Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel.
It is mine, Fox.
I'm KFC Dad and we do have a third member of the team. His name is
Wesley Schnauzer.
Yeah, Wesley Schnauzer, our walking, talking prediction dog. And this week we are giving the Premier League, the midweek Premier League predictions for week number
21. And also I break off the YouTube because I'm mentally thinking, yeah, I need to have a break. Welcome back. I'm back now, guys.
Yes, he had a break and he is back now. So we will be giving our predictions from all three of us in this prediction vlog. Well, before we do anything else, let's quickly run over the scores from the last time, from week 20. In third place is Mayan the Silver Fox with 104 points. And in second place, taking over from Mayan the Silver Fox, is Wesley Schnauzer, and he has 109 points. And steaming ahead in front of both of them is KFC Dad with 141 points. So that's the scores from the last time.
I need to start picking some more points.
You need to stop doing crazy predictions. As always, guys, make sure you like and subscribe to the channel. We are so close to 6,000 subscribers. I think we're about 110 away from 6,000 subscribers. So if you haven't already subscribed, make sure you subscribe to the channel and give us a like on this video.
Yep. Come on, guys. How many likes do we want?
Well, we want to get over 50. So
Come on,
guys. Give us those support. We get fantastic support. I mean, when we did the Villa matchday vlog, we had some really nice comments from people, and we do appreciate all the support that we get, but we want to get to the next level. So come on, guys. Okay, so let's dive into these Premier League predictions and fixtures. These are midweek games, and we'll start off on Tuesday at 7:30. Is
Brentford versus Manchester City.
Brentford versus Manchester City. Now Brentford, they're a bit up and down at the moment, aren't they?
Yes.
They won their last game 5-0 against Southampton, but then they went in the cup and they lost 1-0 to Plymouth in the FA Cup.
Then we've got the strong team out against Plymouth, Dad.
Yeah. So they were knocked out of the cup. Manchester City, they have picked up. They're in 6th place now. In their last 3 games, they haven't lost, and their last 2 games, they did win. In the last game, 4-1 against West Ham.
Yeah, and against Leicester as well, Dad.
And against Leicester as well. So, what's the prediction you've got for this one, Mayan Silver Fox?
I've gone for 2-0 Manchester City. Too strong and too good.
Yeah. I've gone for a Manchester City win as well. I've gone for 2-1 to Manchester City. Now, let's see what Mr. Schnauzer in Schnauzer Palace is saying.
Wakey, Schnauzer.
Welcome back, everyone. I'm Wesley Schnauzer, and this is the Mayan the Silver Fox YouTube channel. Brentford versus Manchester City is the first of the Tuesday kickoffs. Brentford winning their last game, and Manchester City now starting to pick up some form. I'm going to go for a Manchester City win, and I'm going 2-0 on this one.
Game number 2 is
Chelsea versus Bournemouth.
Chelsea versus Bournemouth, yes. Now, let's start off with Bournemouth. Bournemouth are a little bit... no, they're not a little bit alright. They're doing alright, aren't they? They won their last game.
They've been similar to Leicester, Dad.
No, what, the Leicester of old, not the Leicester of new. Yeah, so Bournemouth, they're sitting 7th in the league. They haven't lost in their last 5 games. And
they're doing really good.
Chelsea, however, they've dropped down to 4th now. They were at one time 2nd in the league, weren't they?
Yeah.
And doing very, very well. But they haven't won in their last 5 games. In their last game, they drew 1-1 with Crystal Palace. And the previous 2 games to that, they lost.
Just hit and miss, I call them, Dad.
They are. Enzo goes through a little blip like this. He did with Leicester in the Championship.
Yeah, he did.
So what are you going for on this one, mate?
I've gone little bit upsetting with Chelsea. I've gone for 2-1 Bournemouth.
2-1 to Bournemouth. I've gone, and I'm going to sit on the fence on this one. I've gone for a Desmond. I've gone 2-2 draw. Plenty of goals and a 2-2 draw for me. Mr. Schnauzer, what about you? What's your prediction for this one?
Chelsea versus Bournemouth. Chelsea a little bit out of sorts at the moment and haven't won in their last 4 games. Bournemouth are doing very well, sitting 7th in the league. I still think Chelsea will get back to winning ways with a 1-0 win.
Game number 3 is
West Ham versus Fulham.
Okay, so let's start with West Ham. West Ham have got rid of manager Julian Lopetegui, and they have a new manager. They've got Harry Potter. I mean Graham Potter. They got Graham Potter. He's gonna need a wand though, isn't he, to do some magic there?
Get his wands out.
Yeah. He has been in charge of one game. That was a cup game, wasn't it?
They were winning 1-0.
They started off, yeah, and then they
2-1.
They lost to
Aston Villa.
Yeah, Aston Villa. So his first game in charge has been a loss, but that was in the cup.
They got injuries. They had an injury.
They do have injuries, and yeah.
He could be out for 6 months.
Who is?
Like the striker when he came off.
Who was their striker?
The German one.
Oh yes, yeah. And then Danny Ings came on, didn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah. So they have some injuries. And what about Fulham, they were steaming ahead before, weren't they? They still haven't lost in the last 5 games, but they drew their last game 2-2 with Ipswich Town.
That's good for us, though.
That was good for us. What do you think is going to happen with this one?
Fulham win 2-0.
Fulham to win 2-0. I've gone for another draw. I've gone for a 1-1 draw. I think
you keep doing draws and draws and draws.
I think Graham Potter, or Harry, shall we call him, will do okay, and he'll get a draw out of this game. So let's go over to Mr. Schnauzer. What's Mr. Schnauzer saying?
West Ham United versus Fulham. West Ham have a new manager in charge now, and it is Graham Potter. Will they get the new manager bounce against Fulham? Fulham are a very good side, but yes, I think West Ham will get the new manager bounce, and I'm going 1-0 to West Ham United.
Game number 4 is
Nottingham Forest versus Liverpool.
Yes, okay, let's start off with our near neighbours, Nottingham Forest.
Hello, Nottingham Forest.
Nottingham Forest, they are doing very well this season, and they have, in their last 5 games, I'm just going by, they've won them all. They're one of 2 teams that are bang on form, them and Newcastle, but we'll come to Newcastle in a bit. They're 3rd in the league at the moment with 40 points, same as Arsenal, and 6 points behind Liverpool.
God, I got a feeling they might win the league though. Forest.
Well, listen, you know, everyone wrote us off when we were doing very, very well, and look what happened there. So it's not impossible, you know. Liverpool, we've gone to Liverpool now. Liverpool have faltered a little bit, but not a lot. They're still 6 points ahead of Nottingham Forest in first place, top of the league, and they do have a game in hand. And in their last game, they drew 2-2 with Man United. They didn't play very well in that game, did they?
Trent Arnold didn't play very well.
No, it wasn't that good. And
Van Dijk was moaning at him constant.
Yeah. So, what's your prediction for this game?
3-1 to Forest.
I'm gonna go for. I mean, Nottingham Forest are the only team I think that has beaten Liverpool, and I think they're gonna do it again. I think they're gonna win 2-1. So that's my prediction.
You know what I'm going to say about this one? We've got to say it as well. Chris Woods is on a rebuild. He's on fire.
He is. Right, let's go over to Schnauzer Palace and see what he's got to say about this one.
Nottingham Forest versus Liverpool seems like a tasty clash. Nottingham Forest are the only team I think that has beaten Liverpool, and I think this game will be a tight game, but I will go for a Liverpool win, and I'm going 2-1 to Liverpool.
Game number 5 is
Everton versus Aston Villa.
okay. Let's start off with Everton. The Scousers have sacked their manager.
Sean Dyche.
They've sacked their manager, and they have got in David Moyes on a 2.5-year contract.
What are your thoughts on that, KFC Dad?
I think he's a good manager. He was there 10 or 11 years before, and he did very well with them. He'll steady the ship. They might not like the football that he plays, but he's a good manager. I mean, he won that Conference League
With West Ham.
with West Ham, and you know he had them above in the top half of the Premier League.
Yeah, I can see that's good move for Everton.
Yeah, to steady the ship. I don't know if they will, keep him longer than the 2.5 years. But anyway, that's the managerial change for Everton. They're not doing very well. They're on 17 points, just 1 point off the relegation zone. With Ipswich, who've gone 16 points.
And I'm going to say to out now about this one. Aston Villa didn't play very well against us.
Yeah, Aston Villa. If we go on to Aston Villa did play against us. We lost. That's our last game. We lost 2-1. But I didn't think that they played that great. If we'd have put our chances away, it could have been a different game. We played okay. And
Kai said it. We couldn't put our chances in.
Yeah, we didn't put our chances away. So yeah, I don't know. I think they'll be much stronger than Everton, but they're not playing that great either. But they do sit. Where are they?
About 8th in the league.
8th in the league. So, what's your prediction for this one, mate?
2-1 to Villa.
To the Villa.
To Villa.
I've gone. What have I gone? I've gone 3-1 to the Villa. To the Villa.
To Villa.
Okay, Mr. Schnauzer, what's your prediction?
Everton versus Aston Villa, another team that has sacked their manager, and Sean Dyche has left the club. David Moyes has come back to the club after 10 or 11 years. On this one, I think Aston Villa will be too strong, and I'm going 2-0 to Aston Villa.
Game number 6 is...
It's Leicester City versus Crystal Palace.
Yep, Leicester City versus Crystal Palace. So let's start off with Crystal Palace first. Crystal Palace are doing well. They haven't lost in their last 3. They've got 21 points now. They're moving away from that relegation zone, and are playing well. In their last game, they drew 1-1 with Chelsea. So that's nothing to be sniffed at. So yeah, they're doing good. They're doing good, and they're going to be a tough team to play against or beat. So Leicester City. Now Leicester City dropped into the relegation zone. They've lost their last 5 games in a row, and are not doing that great. But the only hope we can say is that the games that we played in the last 3, there are spells of we're playing well, and we didn't put our chances away.
We don't need to win. Just the players giving the ball where they score.
Yeah, it was not any particular players, but individual errors is what's costing us the points and these games. Individual errors from players from the back, the middle, giving the ball away cheaply. It's just that's what's costing us.
We could have got point deduction.
Yeah, that's a possibility, but we're not going to talk about that today. That's a possibility. We should know by Tuesday or Wednesday if we've got a points deduction as well. So,
Flinkos not.
Okay, so what's your prediction for this one?
I'm not going to say it 2 hours. I can see Leicester winning 2-0.
Leicester winning 2-0.
Clean sheet. Yes.
Okay, look, I've got the head and the heart. My head says we're going to lose, but my heart says we're going to win. So I'm going to go with my heart this time. I'm going to go a 2-1 win for Leicester City.
And And also another thing is, we just need hopefully one artist starts and on Kunis start with one artist, their wingers, and start against Crystal Palace. That's what they play so well against QPR.
Yeah. Well, that's up to the manager. Okay, Mr. Schnauzer, what's your prediction for this one, mate?
Leicester City, my team, versus Crystal Palace. Crystal Palace are doing well and are climbing up the table. Leicester City, however, have not been doing well and have dropped down to 19th place with 5 losses on the bounce in the league. Not looking good for us, is it? I'm gonna go for a 1-1 draw on this one. Fingers crossed for this.
Game number 7 is
Newcastle versus Wolves. 1 draws, everyone bommy.
Wolverhampton Wanderers from where? Brommy.
Yeah.
You mean Brummies? Well, they're not really Brummies. They're the West Country.
Yeah.
Right. Anyway, Newcastle United versus Wolverhampton Wanderers. Let's start off with Newcastle United. Currently sitting 5th in the league, and I said earlier on in the video that there were 2 teams that were bang on form: Nottingham Forest and Newcastle United. They've in their last 5 games, they've not lost a game, and in the last game,
they won 2-1 against Tottenham Hotspur,
and in the cup,
they beat Arsenal 2-0.
So yeah, they are very on form at the moment, and
do you think they will win the Carabao Cup?
They got every chance.
They got another thing I'm gonna say. They've got a chance of getting the Champions League done.
Yeah, they have. They are an informed side, and they've got a striker that's scoring goals for fun in Alexander Isak.
God,
Yeah.
he's on fire.
He is on fire. So their opponents, Wolverhampton Wanderers, since the new manager came into Wolves, they've done very well, but they did lose their last game 3-0 to Nottingham Forest.
They beat us.
And they did beat us, yes. Has the new manager bounce diminished now, and are they going to get back to being Wolves? They did have Cunha out in the last 2 games, but I think he'll be back for this game. So what's your prediction for this one?
I've gone for 4-0 to Newcastle.
4-0 to Newcastle. I've gone for a Newcastle win as well. I've gone 3-0 to Newcastle.
What about Wesley Schnauzer?
Yes, Wesley, what's your prediction, mate?
Newcastle United versus Wolverhampton Wanderers. Wolves, since they had their new manager, have been doing well, but could the new manager bounce have gone and lost them because they lost their last game 3-0 against Nottingham Forest? Newcastle, however, are doing very well, and I think they will win this. They'll win 2-0.
Game number 8 is...
It's a London derby for Arsenal versus Tottenham Hotspur.
Yes, the London derby on Wednesday night at 8 PM, and it is Arsenal versus Tottenham Hotspur.
But they hate each other.
Yeah, of course they don't like each other. They're big rivals, aren't they? North London derby, this is.
We call it expressions and Robbie Lyle. They'll be having a banter.
Yeah. They are friends as well, mate, but they do have a banter as well. Right, so let's start off with Arsenal. Arsenal, well, as we're recording this video, they are playing in the FA Cup against Manchester United, and it is currently 1-1 and into extra time.
Yes, Martin Odegaard missed a penalty.
Yes, he has. So Arsenal sit 2nd in the league with 40 points, same as Nottingham Forest. And in their last game, what was it? They drew 1-1 with Brighton. They're a little bit hit and miss at the moment. They haven't lost in their last 5 games. Whereas Spurs, where are Spurs? 12, right. They played today in the FA Cup against Tamworth. And Tamworth, they couldn't score against Tamworth in the whole of the 90 minutes. They needed extra time.
They won 3-0.
Yeah, they needed extra time and an own goal to set them off to win 3-0 against Tamworth.
Not too too bad. Tamworth did alright.
Tamworth were really good. I like that Inuru who's played for Tamworth. He was good. Right. So Spurs. What was their last game?
They before that they won Carabao Cup 1-0.
They did win against
Liverpool.
Liverpool. That's it. Yeah, they knocked Liverpool out. So
they got to play another league.
yeah, another leg. That's it. Sorry. Yeah. So that's what I'm saying. They're hit and miss. One day they could be brilliant, and the next day they're not. Yeah. Right. So what have you gone for on this one, mate?
I gone for a definite for 2-2 draw.
Gone for a 2-2 draw. I've gone for a Gooners win. I've gone for a 2-0 to the Arsenal.
You gone to the Robert Lyle side.
2-0 to the Arsenal for me on this one. And Mr. Schnauzer, what's your prediction for this one, mate?
The North London derby sees Arsenal take on Tottenham Hotspur. Arsenal second in the league and doing well. Tottenham not so well. In 12th place at the moment, mid-table. I think Arsenal win this 2-1.
Game number 9 is
Ipswich Town versus Brighton Albion.
Yes, Ipswich Town have picked up. Let's start off with Ipswich Town. They have picked up recently. They are still in the relegation zone, but they have climbed above Leicester City with 16 points now, and just 1 point out to get out of the relegation zone. So, if results go their way and they get a draw, they can climb out of the relegation zone on this one. Whereas Brighton, where are Brighton? They keep drawing.
They got a draw against. They got 4 draws
in their last 4 games. They keep drawing games. They drew with Arsenal in their last game, didn't they?
That massive for them.
They are a very good side, Brighton. They haven't had any wins in their last 5 though, and they sit 10th in the league.
I can see Arsenal. I can see Brighton will win.
Brighton will win, okay.
I just got a feeling because they got Jojo Pedro. He'll be back.
That Pedro.
And also he will be back. And Jojo Rito, the senior Ruta,
okay.
He scored last night. He scored yesterday, header.
Right, okay. Right, so you're going for what?
I'm going for 2-1 to Brighton Albion.
I'm gonna sit on the fence on this one. Like I said, Ipswich have picked up and have been playing well. They've signed a couple of players as well. Who did they sign?
They signed that Villa player.
Villagy.
Yeah, and also they signed Ben Godfrey.
Ben Godfrey, yeah. So they have made a couple of signings already in this transfer window.
Come on, Leicester, signing. Come on.
Yeah, and they have strengthened. So that's why I've gone for a Desmond. I've gone for a 2-2 draw for this one. And Wesley Schnauzer, what's your prediction, mate?
This is one of 2 Thursday kickoffs, and it's Ipswich Town versus Brighton and Hove Albion. Brighton doing okay at the moment. They have had 4 draws in a row. Ipswich Town are playing well, just above Leicester City in the table. I think this will be a 1-1 draw.
Okay guys, so it's the last game, game number 10 of the midweek fixtures, and it's on a Thursday at 8 o'clock.
It's Manchester United versus Southampton.
Manchester United against Southampton.
I can see only one will win this one.
Yeah, well, Manchester United are playing at the moment against Arsenal, aren't they? In the FA Cup, and it's a 1-1 draw into extra time.
And Bruno is not very happy.
Well, he scored a goal, didn't he?
He scored a goal, but he's not been happy.
No, I know. He gets quite angry quickly, doesn't he? Yeah. Right, Southampton. They've got a new manager as well, Ivan Juric. I think he's had a couple of games now in charge, but he's not been able to turn things and get. I mean, they lost in their last game 5-0.
They won 2-0 today in the FA Cup.
In the FA Cup, but 5-0. Who did they lose against?
Brentford.
That's it. Yeah. Yeah, it's not good, but they have won today in the FA Cup. Will that spur them on to get something from Man United? I don't think so.
I don't think so. That's just
Yes, so what are you going to go for on this one, mate?
4-0 to Manchester United.
4-0. I don't think it'll be that much, but I think Manchester United will win 2-0.
What about Wesley Schnauzer?
Wesley, this is the last one, mate. What's your prediction?
The last of the midweek games sees Manchester United take on bottom of the league, Southampton. I can only see one winner here, and I'm going Manchester United to win 3-1. Don't forget, guys, to hit the like and subscribe button and help us to reach 6k.
Okay, guys, thank you for watching. These were the week 21 predictions for the Premier League. As always,
I'm going to say we must get a win against Crystal Palace, Dad.
we have to get a win. But like I was just saying, as always, please like and subscribe to the channel and help us to reach 6k. We're very, very close, and
Come on,
you
guys.
guys can help us to get there.
Yes, I'm very happy.
So we will see you on the next one, Championship predictions, and we'll see you at Crystal Palace at the King Power Stadium. There'll be a match day vlog for that coming out probably Thursday.
Yes.
So adios amigos from me.
And still no.
What does that mean?
Goodbye and put it your seats.
You're funny.
And now up the city.
Come on, Leicester.
Come on, Ruth Van Nistelrooy. Did something out, sort it out tomorrow on the Wednesday night. Come on.